I
We're
mean,
live.
just that happened.
What up? What up?
That's
What up? What
crazy.
up, Chris? What up,
Yeah, that shit
Glenn? What up,
was
William?
that shit was intense for sure. Good times, man. Good times.
What up, Vic?
That's sick.
Damn, 12 like buttons already. See, this is how you start the season, man. I love y'all. How y'all doing? Buenas tardes, buenas noches.
Chris, of course, it's very unprofessional. That's the whole point. We're very unprofessional. Officially, the professional LA Galaxy podcast
Any
that
more
you
shit
want
to
to be
go?
part of when we can't make it.
What up, Daisy?
Damn, Randy Orton just arcade Edge wife. That's fucked up.
That's tight. We're going back to that type of shit. We
Yeah,
gotta go back
hell
to
yeah.
Hell
promoting
yeah,
fucking
dog.
uh
I'm ready, dog. The rated what was their tag team called?
They
Rated
rated oh,
rated R. I forgot what
yeah.
the.
How you guys? I'm like, you know what? No. Nope. 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 I'm fucking tired, y'all.
Hey, shout out to Chris for stalling.
He's part of the team now, dog.
Yeah, he's
You
part of the team. Yeah.
you earned your fucking keeps, though. What up, Germs? What up, Cheesy? Cheesy, you
rated
back?
RKO. There
Hell
it
yeah,
is.
that was my shit back in the day, dog.
The fight guys, what up? What up,
How's
Pepe?
Fernando?
Oh, yeah. What up, Fernando?
He was telling me about that documentary, that docu series I was telling you about. I might catch that.
Which one?
It's on the WWE network. Ruthless Aggression.
Oh, it's new?
Oh, I saw that. I haven't
Yeah,
seen it
I'm
yet,
gonna
but
watch that shit.
yeah, I saw what it's gonna. Yeah, I guess it talks about a lot of the behind the scenes shit, huh? Also,
They have one on the Evolution. Hell yeah.
What up, Erica? Abu Romo says he misses you, Angel. Yeah, man. WrestleMania 37 at
I miss you
SoFi?
too, Romo.
That's gonna be dope. I want to hit that up. That's gonna be dope as fuck.
The what? What's gonna be dope?
WrestleMania at SoFi?
WrestleMania.
Emmanuel says, "Geez up, George Massa, Rudy, Angel. You guys cute. Keep it up, my dudes." Well, thank you very much.
Well, to be fair, only one of us
Thank
is
you.
cute, but it's all right.
Here we go. Here we go.
I won't
Yeah,
say who it is.
that's me,
I won't say who
baby.
it is.
That's me,
I won't say
baby.
who it is. I let the ugly ones think they're cute.
What up,
It's okay.
Jesse? What up, Robert? What up, Evelyn? Julio, what up, papi? Man,
Hey,
man.
I'm not doing any more shout outs. The ones that come in from from the questions.
Why?
Remember last week?
Yeah.
Rosa Mila.
I didn't catch that either. What up, Adrian?
You know why we didn't
Anderson, what
catch it?
up?
Because of the way that you said it,
Yeah.
the way that
Yeah.
you read it.
Yeah.
You still there, Cheesy? I thought you were coming back. You gonna stay there? What up, Carlisa?
Yeah, you chill.
I said, can't
You want me to show my back? Oh yeah, for sure. I can show you my back. I got a really dope ass wax job before heading to Houston. Shout out to if you guys have heard the Blueberries episode. Shout out to Blueberries, Boot Thang,
what
his fiance.
Blueberries.
what's your
Hmm?
what's your handle? She has a handle for her just for
I think it's like Lily Glam Room or something like that.
yeah. Oh,
Point is,
Lily
if
Brown,
y'all
yeah.
want my connects for back waxing, if you want your booty hole wax and all that shit, shoot me a DM. I got you. She'll take care of you. She's good people.
F Vasquez
Mhm.
091. Yeah, man, Houston is dope. Hope you make it out to more weight trips, man. If you were there, everybody who was in weight trip on whoever was in Houston, man, shout out to you guys. Fucking rock that
Yeah,
stadium. We'll talk about
I'm,
that.
I'm jealous.
Hey, Francisco, I hope you're not walking out of class to watch the show because legit, we're not worth it. Stay in
Yeah,
school, bro.
stay in school, dog.
Yeah, please stay in school.
Stay in
Yeah.
school.
That's only Angel's opinion. I think school is overrated. Drop out, to be honest. That's my opinion.
Nah, depends
No,
on
no,
what you're going to
no,
school
no,
for.
no, hold on,
Depends on what you're going to
let's rephrase. No, if I'm assuming he's in college at this point, if you're still going to college, finish that shit. But if you never started, then find something you're good at, and don't waste your time going to college. Two different stuff.
Depends on what you want to do with your life, right?
Right,
School,
exactly.
school,
Exactly. But he's obviously going to school, so stay in
yeah,
school and finish your
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
different. Yeah, it's a
Damn,
difference.
we're motivational speakers. We nice.
Yeah, listen. It's like the mix
That's
of
what
like
people
Tony Robbins, Steve Jobs,
Y el cucuy en la
No.
mañana.
me, Romeo Santos. you know? So we'll talk to you about technology, and then we'll get sexual as fuck, and then we'll talk some weird shit. So we'll all
And
take
then
some
wrestling.
inspiration. Yeah, and wrestling. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect. So listen, this is you're on here. If you're on the pre show, you're here for that stuff.
No,
We're inspirational. We're motivational as fuck. We're inspirational as fuck.
Jesse says I fell asleep on the plane home and woke up to Blueberries episode. Shit had me rolling. Yeah, man, that's a fucking episode, man.
That's. Hey, we should go through like a top 5 episodes.
That's
should.
forever my favorite away trip, dog. Like that's crazy. That was
Low
an
key, Chris
experience in
Sellers
itself.
up there too, though.
Oof.
Sellers
Oh
up there,
yeah, definitely.
Chris
I think the
Seller
reason the
was-
Chris Seller is to me still the all time is because I think that was our first year, right? I think that was our first
Yeah,
year
yeah,
when
yeah,
we did
yeah,
our
yep,
San Jose
yep, yep,
promotion,
and we gave-
Yeah.
yep.
and I think that just kind of set the tone of what away games would be. Like we always talk about the stories, like we had already talked about the stories,
Yeah,
right?
we talked about herself. We
then-
talked about all the other ones we've done and shit. And
Yeah,
then,
like we had, but actually having someone else live their own story and coming on here and sharing their story of how wild it was, like that, it's proof that you guys got to go to away games, man.
dog, I love our community, dog. I really do love our community because they heard all the fucked up dumb shit we done, and they're like, we're gonna one up you. Chris Seller started that shit, and then fucking Carrick, fucking,
Yeah.
he's like, no, oh word, that's what you got? Let me one up that. Lucky.
Hey, those
And then,
two,
and then,
those
and
two
then
away
put the
trips.
icing on top. And then put the icing on top. He does a backflip in
For
Portland.
Portland, yeah, man.
Oh, that's right,
oh,
yeah.
And still,
Where
he should have died.
He should have died.
Undisputed champion and shit.
yeah, dog. Like, I was like,
Nah, those two away trips though are fucking putazos or qué, dog. 'Cause
putazos?
fuck, man.
Okay.
They're like so even. They're like so even. Like I don't know. That shit's.
Oh, that's funny. Rudy, Carrick did have a blueberry muffin.
Oh yeah,
and it was like a thing. Yeah.
yeah.
And Houston, so it was like a thing. Like, oh, here we go, blueberries part 2.
What's up with the short shorts though, dog? Short gang, shortcitos gang. That's what I love that shit. No, Houston was fun.
I hate you because like I've been wearing short shorts for a long ass time, and then y'all finally
Nah,
go
hell no.
go that route, and it's like fuck, motherfucker.
Hell no,
For real?
dog.
Damn it.
My short.
Nah, to be fair, I don't think anyone brought it up and say, hey, we're gonna
Yeah,
do this
we just
weekend.
gotta-
Someone brought it up, hey, we're gonna do this weekend. They were like, all right. No one said no. And it's like, all right.
It has to be a thing now, though. Listen, my shorts are so short, dog. I wouldn't let my daughter wear them.
Dog, you look like Maradona back in the day. Maradona shorts.
It was funny because at one point, on the march to the stadium, like we saw the bus, but like the
Oh, that was hilarious.
the banner had like already trainers coming up, so I had smashed like a good like 40 yards to catch the front. And as I'm running, dog, you can see my boxers coming up because my shorts hiked up as I'm running. Gosh, it was hilarious. I booked it right, and then I was about to get to like the front of the march, and a little kid pops out of nowhere, dog. I almost died, dog. Like
Nah, fuck that. Nah, the kid didn't pop out of nowhere. The kid was in his right spot.
Was
Rudy
he?
just ran his ass over.
No, no,
yeah,
I didn't even
they
hit
were all,
him.
like they were just standing there,
Oh, I
and
might have
like
not seen them.
legit.
Maybe.
Nah,
Alright, so I might have
really,
not seen them.
your eyes were set on one thing and one thing only.
I had one mission.
like, yeah, you're on what? Like legit, I can't remember who was right next to me that you pushed out of the way, and I'm like, oh shit, some shit must be going down the way that Rudy's running, bro. Rudy,
But was it worth it? Was it worth it?
no, absolutely respect, but I felt bad for the little kid that you pushed out of
I didn't push him out the way.
way.
I didn't push him out the way. I graced him with my hip, dog. You know what I mean? Because I got the way and I graced him, and I was like, oh, you know what I fucked up though? I felt bad as fuck once.
Hey,
we
right
came
now
back.
your hips are lying, bro. Shakira's
Accurate.
gonna be mad at you. You lying right now. You lying. Your hips are lying.
Ooh, the only thing I was a little upset is that I didn't take time to apologize to the family. But I was just, it was that moment, you know. What
Don't
I mean?
worry, we got you. We did it. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's like we apologize. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, it's just he gets a little excited sometimes. Like, I told him you have Tourette's and shit. So.
Oh, me now. That's a throwback. That's a throwback right there.
Yeah, for real, it's a throwback.
Man,
Oh,
what a fun time! Can't wait to get 3 minutes, boys. We get
my
this shit
God.
started because we got a lot to talk about today. It's gonna be a fun episode, and I ain't shit. Just letting you know right now, I'm not shit. All right, letting pre-hype.
Hey, actually, that's what we should have done. NBA '80s throwback shorts.
Um,
Not even. Should have done the throwback soccer shorts, like the fucking
like the
50s and 60s.
like the ones I had
Why
Yeah,
aren't you
probably.
shit, Rudy?
Monday.
Why aren't you shit?
Oh, you see. I haven't done it. I haven't done something. So, just so you know,
All right, go on.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it'll come up. I'm not hiding it. It'll come up. Oh man, George, how was your weekend, baby?
It was good. Relaxing.
Relaxing?
FOMO as fuck. but-
Relaxing.
Yeah.
901 is relaxing. I seen Misa put you on blast today. I was dying.
Chill.
Oh,
it was cool.
I was dying. It wasn't too bad.
Not at all. I've learned my ways. I'm a changed person now.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Or he in short shorts showing off the knee. Oh, hell yeah. You guys did the short shorts just in time for my tattoo.
Oh, word.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope.
That shit's itchy like a motherfucker. I be walking stupid and like slapping it. Everyone's looking
What
at
the
what the
fuck?
fuck is this piece of shit doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all itchy.
Yeah, I bet, man. I bet. It's worth it though.
Hell
It's worth
yeah.
it. Look, listen, man. I'm gonna say in the pregame, in the pre-show, away days, if weather permits it, is short shorts, though. It's short shorts going forward, though. That's just some other shit.
What's up? Short shorts in Salt Lake when it's like 30 degrees?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I said when the weather permits. What up, Eddie? Man, good fucking times, y'all. Way to fucking listen.
Hey, can I say something real quick? For whoever's in the here on our chat, on the live chat, share your stories. Like if there's things that you guys did that some funny shit that happened, share right here on the live chat.
Yeah,
I want to see like because I know there's other people that went that we probably didn't really get to hang out with and stuff like that. But I want to see what everyone did, or even if it was nothing wild, just want to know like what you guys did while you're out there and how it was. Just want to get other people's perspectives of their trip to Houston.
and if it was good, like we'll hit you up, find out, and then share our next away days show. Oh man, short shorts this weekend? Nah, man, it's a
It's gonna be cold.
not only cold, but let's do that away game. That's an away games apparel right there. Dog. Make it easy for everybody. They're easy to pack, so you don't have, especially if you find Spirit, you only get a little bag. You don't have to worry about it with that. Oh man, what up, Manny? Picture Angel.
We're original Angelinos.
Man, oh, that's just so dope, man.
Home or away, if you win or lose or tie, we will follow you.
Like I'm oh my gosh, that was hilarious because Jeremy just got his tat, right? We were in the Airbnb and Jeremy's walking around with his fucking with his A&D, and Evelyn was like, "¿Qué está rosado?" Because we were in shorts. I was fucking dying, dog. What a hot mess. Oh, you want a word? Daisy wants the Spirit Airline miles? That's dope.
I was pissed.
That's fucking dope.
So on our flight there to Houston,
Mhm.
same shit. The row right over me. Well, no, sorry, my same row.
Uh-huh.
But the other side of the aisle, the middle seat where I was also, a little fucking boy won it. He didn't know what the hell to do with it. And the dad, I think it was like all of them the first time ever flying, and they won the fucking free whatever it is,
They're
free
probably not even
50,000 miles,
using,
5,000 whatever. Yeah, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I was pissed. I was legit pissed. But anyways,
All right, boys, let's get this
fuck
show
them
started.
kids, bro.
Let's get the show started.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Mile supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Good evening.
Hey,
Hey.
sorry, I want to address something really quick.
Uh,
So I got a message from someone in the Galaxians, right? And they asked me, all they said is, I hope you weren't this bad.
I mean, that's your picture, right?
No, listen, and if it were, I would have started getting my back
Wax
waxed like a
longer.
million years ago. Cause holy crap.
No, man.
Mm.
That's a fucking interesting way to start a show, talking about hairy backs. And if you guys are not on YouTube,
Oh, yeah, shit.
Angel just
Yeah,
showed.
yeah, listen, that's why people gotta be on YouTube. You gotta hop on their YouTube chat before. People, listen, you just missed out right now on some great content.
That's hilarious. How you boys doing, George, Masa? How you guys doing?
Great.
Yeah,
Chilling.
you guys are well rested.
Yeah, how y'all feeling?
I envy you.
Welcome back.
I'm tired.
Welcome back.
Back. We landed. Angel, we're on the. Oh yeah, we're on the same flight back, right? So we landed around.
Yeah.
6
Oh,
o'clock
George
this
was on it too. You remember he was in Houston.
time. Yep, the picture.
Dog,
Yeah.
all the pictures that Romo's a piece of shit. Romo's a piece
It's
of
funny
shit.
because they put your little mole on the right,
Yeah.
on the correct side too. That's so
He
cute.
put it towards the middle though. It's on the side.
Yeah,
Come
it
on,
was a
respect
little
them all.
further down, right? But I get the point. Yeah, I get the point. You get it. I get the point. Yeah. Oh man, good times. Houston, man.
Yeah,
Houston.
Houston. You want to talk about Houston for a little bit before we get into?
Yeah, get it out.
No,
Get it
actually, can I just ask Romo's question just because I feel bad.
out.
Like,
No.
no, listen, he's been listening to this pod since day one.
Unfortunately.
Funny ass question. Yeah.
Romo's irrelevant though.
Yeah, but still though,
Yes.
I just want to ask the question. We don't have to answer it.
Alright.
I just want to ask the question.
Alright.
All right. Romo's question, and this is the last time we're ever gonna ask one of these questions.
Was this from last week's question or is
So
this
yeah,
from-
yeah. So no, so last
Okay,
week,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
we're never gonna ask this ever. Like, just so people are aware, so they don't think we're assholes to the people that send us questions. All right.
Mhm.
Here's a question from Romo. You're in an open field, armed with a baseball bat, and being attacked by an endless wave of 10-year-olds wearing bike helmets. How many could you take down before they overpower you?
You see what I mean?
Like, why?
Okay, and just to clarify, right? When we ask for questions, we're hoping we receive LA Galaxy related questions, Victoria
Yeah,
Block
but
related
Be
questions,
specific.
ACB
So
related
to be
questions.
specific, I think a while ago I started saying Galaxy related questions.
Did you?
That was specifically for
For
Romo.
Romo, so you can figure
Oh,
it out.
okay.
Yeah.
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 Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm done. Go ahead, Rudy.
Cool. So, actually, let's talk about Houston, the trip, when we start talking about the Houston game prior to that. But news. Not news, rumors. Let's talk about rumors. Was it yesterday that that Mexican defender from was it PSV or Ajax?
Ajax.
Oh, yeah.
Ajax, what's his name?
Um,
Edson Alvarez.
Edson.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Like, listen, I don't think it'll happen. I think he's too young, and I think if EPL is looking for him, he'll go to EPL. But now we heard that the Galaxy hit up Messi's pops and asked him, "What up? Is he available? We're going after Alvarez. We're going after Franco. Like, the ambition is there, right? I just wanted to bring that up for a second because I don't think there's too much traction behind that, but just that ambition, I fucks with that. I fucks with that a lot.
Listen, we aiming high.
Mhm.
I'm cool with that. And DTK follows. He has a connection with him too. Sure, I'm straight.
Yeah, no.
I mean, if we never would have shot our shot with Chicha or with Zlatan, we would never had him.
Exactly.
So shoot your shot.
No, look again, right? Like, I know, at least I'm very doubtful that has any traction, any legs to that. But the fact that that's something that we shot our shot, like you just said, I fucks with that heavy. Is there anything else? Anything else that I missed over the last few days?
Are we gonna cover what they announced as far as giveaways? That's pretty cool.
Oh, you want to talk about that? Yeah, actually bring it up. Do you
Yeah.
have it? Do you have it in front of you, by any chance?
I
could bring it up.
Not. I could like paraphrase it, but yeah, bring it up.
I could bring it up. So it's officially LA Galaxy week, right? So they're doing a bunch of shit. Why don't you look for what's going on during the week,
Yeah,
and I'll
for
talk
sure.
about the giveaways.
Yeah.
So they announced last week it was LA Galaxy week, and some events happening this week, and we'll talk about that for a second. But they also announced all the giveaways this month or this season, they're pretty dope. They're doing a collaboration with the Moving Silencio for a pin. All right.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, so let's go, right? Opening night, they're giving you a magnet schedule, courtesy of, I'm not even gonna say it, you don't pay me. And then April 4th, we have the first commemorative pin
Underscore.
__. Saturday, April 4th, Vamos Galaxy bandana courtesy of Modelo, April 25th. The second championship commemorative pin, Wednesday 27th versus DC United. Pride Night is May 31st. The third championship commemorative pin is Sunday, June 21st versus Seattle Sounders. The fourth commemorative championship pin is on Saturday, July 18th versus Atlanta United. Irrelevant now, but I'm not even going to mention that one. The fifth championship commemorative pin is on Saturday, September 19th versus Colorado Rapids. And, of course, Angel's favorite, the Fan Appreciation Day versus Dallas, Saturday, October 4th. The Bola de Majes Day.
Damn, the Bola de
4th.
Majes Day, that's crazy. Tony still has that fucking
Yeah.
that tweet, huh?
Yeah, yep. Every year's gonna
Oh.
come out. Every year's gonna come out. Just
Bola de Majes.
Listen, that is fucking dope. I love the fact that because it is the 25th year, they're celebrating all 5 of our championships. Big dick swinging, you know what I mean? Because nobody else could do that. I love that.
They're giving out a box too. I believe they said they're doing a display case at
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
at the end.
No. So
for-
that's
yeah.
the first. That's the first. It comes with the first The first pin.
Pin?
Yeah, so the first pin with
That's
collectible
so
box
sick.
courtesy of Dignity Health. Yeah, sick. I love all that. It's dope, man.
Mhm.
Just seeing more to get hyped about. Did you pull it up? Did you get a chance to pull up the?
Yep, I got it.
Let's talk about what's happening
So
this week.
it's been a whole week thing. It started on Sunday with Sunday the local businesses. So if you wore your Galaxy gear to the local businesses, you get a discount. Today, I'm pretty sure everyone saw the LA Galaxy digital takeover. I saw a lot of people do their the prints. They customized graphics for fans to post on social medias, which is super sick. Um, Tomorrow they're having a LA Galaxy reading celebration. The players are going to be reading to elementary schools that are coming to Dignity Health Sports Park. So some of the players, I know Chris Klein's going to be reading, which is pretty sick. It is also the LA Galaxy light up Santa Monica. If you guys been there in the past, they do the Santa Monica Pier in Galaxy colors. We have the logo, which is sick. I believe one year Drini came out. Cosmo was there. I don't know if did they do it last year?
Yeah, I think they did it last year. I
Yeah.
think Pavon was there last year, wasn't he? Oh, no, no,
I
no, it
think
wasn't
so,
Pavon. It wasn't
last
Pavon. Who was? Who?
Kobe Jones.
Yeah, I think so. Somebody was there last year.
Yeah. And then following that, there's a happy hour at Yale Kings.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I know they did this last year too. They have a Nikki Sports player appearances. The 3 participating Nikki Sports are going to be the Long Beach, downtown LA, and Bell Gardens. So there's going to be players coming out to different Nikki Sports. I know that's still in the works as far as who's going where. We don't know. On Thursday, the LA Galaxy Saturdays football collaboration. The LA Galaxy are collaborating with Saturday Football to offer free play pickup soccer at the iconic Bear Shore basketball courts in Long Beach. Friday, they're doing LA Galaxy Day at the Soccer Center, celebration of LA Galaxy and Galaxy Juniors families participating in the program. They have something at Vector 92, LA Galaxy with the Black Arrow
Yeah, it looks
pop-up party. Yeah, that looks sick. You could buy tickets. That's a buy ticket. So they have the link at on the website. And then following that, they're doing LA Gathering the night before at Boomtown Brewery.
What you mean? That's my birthday party. The fuck?
Oh shit! Well, if you guys see Angel there, buy him a shot.
Yep.
Happy birthday!
He likes
Nope.
gin.
He loves gin.
Oh, actually, my birthday's on.
Too
Last
late now.
Friday?
Too late now.
Oh, that's Friday?
Nope. There's your attention you wanted. And then Saturday, March 7th is the home opener against Vancouver Whitecaps, presented by Angry Orchard. So if you guys like Angry Orchard, it's presented by that. Doesn't mean that they're going to be giving out shit, but hey, show up for Angry Orchard.
Yeah, man. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait, man. It's the Galaxy Week. And just to clarify, it was Keen and Jonah last year. The chat is going wild, saying put some respect on his name, which they're fucking right. King Kino.
King Kino.
Yep.
Accurate.
Yep. So that's
Accurate.
that's something else we forgot. But yeah, Kino was there for last year. I always like that. I always like how the Ferris wheel looks with the Galaxy colors and the Galaxy emblem. So looking forward to that. It's gonna be fucking dope. All right.
To answer Daisy's thing, I don't think that there's an age requirement. I know a lot of them are family friendly. I know the Galaxy's really good about doing that, and also all of our viewing parties are family friendly. So hopefully they keep that consistent. But for the most
Listen.
part, I've never seen a 18 and over Galaxy meetup.
Even
Unless it's
viewing
like a
parties,
football.
are you supposed to be family friendly? I'm just gonna throw this out there. Samoa Bob hates families. All right.
There you go.
What up,
Andrew
Mike?
Alessana from LA Riot Squad hates families.
And he loves Galaxy jerseys, all of them.
All
Yeah.
of them. All of them.
All of them. All
Yeah.
of them.
So
All right.
full. All right, boys.
He's probably listening. I'm probably gonna text from him in a bit.
Yep. I hope he does. All right, let's get into it. First game of the season in the books. It was a 1-1 draw. We'll get into it, but from us, it was me and Angel. We're out there with 300 or so other beautiful, amazing Galaxy fans.
Listen, I think at our peak, I'm gonna say at least 350.
Easy, man.
Yeah,
Easy.
because there was definitely a lot of locals, that joined in on the fun. You could tell on other people that made the trip, from different parts of Texas. I know for sure, like Art, who used to live in the IE, he moved out there several months back. I think towards the end of last year, if I recall clearly, to I can't remember exactly where, but he took like a 4-hour drive from wherever he was just to go watch the G's.
Marvin was out there.
Yeah, Marvin was out there. Then there's I can't remember who else. I met someone else that they came from like Waco, Texas.
Waco.
I don't know how they pronounce it. Yeah, I think that's like about 45 minutes out or like an hour out or something like that. So, there was other people from the Texas area that made the trip over,
Yeah.
to just to watch the G's. So, respect to all of them because I know a lot of people had to get tickets, in the aftermarket, given
Expensive
that
ones too.
yeah, given that we sold out our section and that officially the final count was 200 for the official away end, and as you guys saw, there was easily another 150 or so in the away end. So shout out to all that, all those Galaxy fans that still found a way to get into the away end, and for them it wasn't an excuse. Just because the ticket was sold out, they found a way to be there. So respect to everyone.
Yeah, man. No, everybody who traveled, everybody who was there, big shout out to you. I'm gonna, definitely salute you guys because the way we rocked the stands. Oh man, that shit was beautiful. Everywhere from the march, from posting up in front of Kendrick Lamar's fucking mural, which was
That's
perfectly
so
Yeah.
sick.
perfectly placed, yo. Like it was like literally in the entrance of the bar we were at. So perfectly placed. So everybody who posted up there and started chanting to the march to the stadium, to catching the team's fucking bus coming in, and seeing some of the players kind of like they get hyped and I can't say enough about like the actual support that happened. Not only did you guys make it out there, but actually put in that work, and that amazing. I love you guys. Thanks for
Yeah, the
that.
stands.
Yeah, man. Stands in the city too. Like man,
Oh yeah, well everywhere. Yeah,
yeah,
for
like
sure.
we like the bars we hit up. We were at a bar called Fabian's, like club bar called Fabian's, and I'm wearing shorts, right? I'm wearing shorts and like a hat, and I'm in the club. And at one point, I had a conversation, and I just looked to the side, and everywhere I could see, like anywhere my eyes could see, there was some Galaxy gear in that fucking thing, and it was amazing. Dean's, same thing. Like we shut down Dean's. Dean's is a bar across the street where we were originally at. We shut that one down. It was
Well, crazy, right? Because you mentioned that you guys shut those bars down. A group of us that arrived in that late flight, we couldn't get into Fabian's. So because we couldn't get into Fabian's, we went across the street to a bar to drink. And that happens to be the bar that was right next to Dean's. So when we came out of that bar, you guys were all right there at Dean's. So that's when we all just started wilding out because
Yeah.
we saw some of you guys. They're like, oh shit! Like you guys were there, like here the entire time. Like we didn't realize that you guys left. Took off from that spot and went over to Dean's, which is where we were right next to you guys the entire time, just drinking and pounding because
funny.
Dylan was into the other spot.
You know what's funny about that? I didn't remember leaving either. I just know I just know I ended up at Dean's at one point.
You teleported from one to the other
Yeah, I looked up and I was at Dean's. I was like, cool, we're here.
on some Goku Dragon Ball Z shit.
That's
You know,
right.
just
Yeah,
put your fingers in here, just
yeah,
boom.
I was
Yeah,
down.
yep,
That was
yeah.
dope, dog.
Teleportation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Like legit, like when they were kicking us out or when they closed down, is when I realized like, oh shit, this is not Famous anymore. Like I don't know how I'm here, but I'm here. Good times, man. Good times. But let's get into what most of the people here are here to hear. Let's talk about this fucking game. Let's get it going with the lineups. We came out. You guys hit. Oh, did you guys hit it?
Now we fucked up with one.
With the midfield,
Instead of Joe Benny, it was Perry Kitchen.
Yeah, Kitchen. Yeah. So it was Bingham in the back, Insua out left, Pipo and Dipu playing center backs, Felcher on the right, Kitchen and Leggett in the middle with Sasha Kleshen playing cam, Chicharito the striker with Katay on the right and Pavon on the left, kinda, because they kind of they go back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's pretty close to what you guys called, with the exception of the midfield where Kitchen took the place of Benny. Interesting because I was with you guys. I thought Benny was gonna get the nod. Yes, I'm saying, Andrew.
Yeah, you guys are pieces of shit. You guys supposed to put me down for a 6-0 loss. The fuck?
Listen, before we signed off
No.
last week, you said you were gonna send your predictions in,
Yeah, it was just fair.
and you did.
Which is fair. But just because and you guys read some dumb bullshit and pre-game, Houston, I was sitting with Adrian Ocampo and his girlfriend, and we're talking about predictions. He asked me about my prediction. I called the 2-2 tie. So fuck y'all.
Hey, Adrian.
Throw that out there.
Listen,
Adrian, if you're in the chat,
we
would
don't
you?
knock you. Yeah.
It-
We don't knock you for missing it, but if you tell us you're going to do something, you don't do it, then you leave us to do whatever we want.
No, stop.
It's your fault.
I'm about to get caught up in this one, dog. You know what I mean? I'll be
All right, it's
throwing
fine.
out
I just wanna
shit.
throw it out there again. Putting these things out in the world because I put it out in the world.
All right, boys.
All right, just because I lesson learned from this weekend. You put something out in the world, it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna start putting shit out in the world from here on out. My outlook in life is different. Put shit out in the
Just
world.
throw
It's
it on
just
the
gonna
world.
happen.
All right, boys.
Yep.
Let's get into it. So like it was a pretty predictable lineup. I think again, Kitchen and Benny. I don't think anybody was upset with that. Yeah, let's get into it. I think listen.
Well,
Well-
you know what? Did you get a chance to watch the game again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well I didn't.
Oh, you did.
I
So
only
you
got
saw.
maybe yeah, I was only able to watch unfortunately because I just got busy with work and everything and coming back hang out with my kids
Yep.
and
Yep.
dad life.
Yep.
I only got maybe about 30 minutes into the game and then I just couldn't watch it anymore. Again, personal shit. So I'm gonna go off of what I recall seeing in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from the stand, sorry. So if I'm completely wrong in something, feel free to address it. But I'm gonna tell you how I felt watching this from the stands, and a lot of people share the same sentiment post game from the stands. And to my knowledge, I don't know if everyone was able to watch that game again. So
Well,
I'm gonna share with how a lot of people felt post game.
No,
Straight from Houston.
That's fine. And I think both Georgia and Massa saw the games. So we got all the perspectives. It was an interesting game because it never felt like neither of the teams fully got going. Like there was parts, you know what I mean, like where the teams played well and then they played well, but like it was never. It was just a lot of midfield battle, dirty battle too, because there was a lot of fucking. A lot of roce in the game, which I like, and I'll get into in a little bit. But it was dirty. It's like a dirty game. You know what I mean? I at least that's how I feel. I feel like it was dirty. Where a lot of plays didn't get developed because it was just one, they weren't precise, and two, like if you didn't let go of the ball fast, you're gonna get kicked in your ankles. Dirty game. First half, I was really happy with what I saw from Rolf Felcher. I think my guy was he was on his shit. Like there was a few times where I felt like he was gonna get taken on the wing, and he was positioned well and had like good slide tackles. You know what I mean? Good slide tackles. They weren't reckless. He knew exactly what he was doing. He got the tackle the way he wanted to, and I was impressed. And likewise with Insua. I think defensively those two guys were on point in the first half, and we go into second half, in a bit. But in the first half, I thought they were good. I thought they were good. I thought the midfield needed to do more because they battled defensively, but they didn't. I didn't think they were able to create much, and they rushed a lot of passes, leading into just losing the ball in the at the half or like right after the half. It's interesting. What are you guys' thoughts prior to goal? Like I know it's only 20 like, goals like came early, but like prior to goal, getting them ready. What you guys' thoughts?
Listen, Felcher's positioning, I can't knock him. I'm the first to knock that man, but when he does something well, he had a hell of a game. And if he continues to play that way, I'm not mad with him being a starter. I like the fact that Araujo was, I think, put some pressure on him because when he went to go get his visa or his green card, whatever it was, Araujo played a hell of a game. So I'm pretty sure he saw that and said he needs to step it up. His positioning was well. For the speed that we were playing against, I think he did well throughout the whole game. There was nothing that I saw that was like, damn, one thing where you try to clear the ball like an idiot and you hit it back to Bingham. But it is what it is. I think you hit it pretty well as far as the midfield. There wasn't really a midfield. And for the first 20 minutes, our press was amazing, phenomenal. All the other synonyms that mean great.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's because of, and we'll get on it. We'll talk about it a little further. But I don't know if it's because we scored the goal that we went into neutral, but the team looked gassed right after. And I don't know if the high press is going to be something that's worth doing on teams that aren't going to get tired or kind of hold back and wait for us to tire out, because it gets dangerous. And we kind of saw a little bit of that against this team that was pretty fast. But for the most part, I think we did well stopping them. I know Katai had a really good foul where he brought down, I forget who it was, and smart plays,
Yep.
smart plays all around. But I think there's still a lot more that needs to be developed from this team. Granted, we were missing a huge piece in Jonah, and the team still needs to mesh together a lot more than what we saw on Saturday.
Yeah, and so right before we get into the first goal, we started off. I mean, we started off on the offensive end, right? Because Katai had an early chance. I want to say it was Insua who put in a cross, and Katai from not being a tall or like a real big presence, he got up there and he won. He beat the guy from behind and got up there and got a header on, and unfortunately that hit like the wrong side of the pole and it came right back out.
He bodied out the guy pretty well. I don't
Yeah.
think it was much of him getting high. But he
Yeah,
used his
yeah.
body well, and he put himself in front of the defender.
Yeah, I think his jump was perfectly timed, right? Like where by the time the defender tried to react, like Katai had gotten him. You know what I mean? At that point it was a wrap, and it's unfortunate. I think that was a really good play, a really good chance, and I'm telling you, like fucking an inch or two to the left, and that banks off the post and it goes in. Right. So we started off hot.
Maybe not even an inch or two. I mean,
Like it was just
maybe
ma-
just
the
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 way
ball
the
spins.
ball would have curled.
Yeah,
Maybe the
exactly.
way the ball would have
It spins
curled,
this way?
different spin, it would have just
Yeah.
been. Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
100%.
it is what it is.
I agree. It's unfortunate, but it looked good. It looked good. And I think we had the momentum. Shortly after that, that's the big play. That's where Houston has a really shit attack. Ball ends up with Bingham. Bingham, big heads up play. Sees Pavon with, all the space you can want.
Measure your words. Measure your words.
Listen. Big heads up play by Bingham. He sees Pavon with space, puts a pinpoint cross, a pinpoint volley to him, and Pavon does fucking. His first touch.
First touch, dog.
Are you
God.
serious? Like, dog, like that ball has pace, right? Because Bingham just clears half field with that kick, so he has to put some pace behind it. And the way he just deads that ball, he deads that ball, and the fact and the way he could dead it and then look at the field. Shout out to Chicharito. We could trash Chicharito a little bit, but shout out to Chicharito for his movement.
No, fuck that.
Listen, let me roll it out.
Ooh,
Let me roll
really?
it. Let me roll
Yeah,
it out.
deadass.
Let me roll it out.
Deadass.
Let me
I
roll
saw
it out.
that-
Let me
I saw
roll
the
it out.
replay- I saw the
Let me
replay on
roll
that
it out.
multiple
Let me
times.
roll it out. Let me roll it out,
Okay.
and then you could shit my fucking statement. I say big shout out to Chicharito because my man moves wide, right? Causing because the way I see it, because Chicharito moves out wide, almost second post, looking for like the wide pass. He opens up that gap in the middle. When the midfielder comes in to try to, or maybe it was defender, I don't know who it was, but when they do a double team on by one and he cuts him in, he has that gap right there because Chicharito made that move. So to me, I think that was great. That was a great move from him, but this is all on fucking Pavon. As soon as he cut in from the stands, I was like, ooh, banger.
Yep.
¿Y qué más? He cuts in,
I yelled
takes a shot.
golazo. I yelled
Banger.
golazo as soon as he cut in, and that's all we've asked for. Last season we were asking for it, and I think he just needed to get settled, figure it out. Bangers.
Banger.
Angel, what were you saying
Yeah.
about the
Let-
position?
let-
Because
I
I-
was just-
the
No,
posi-
fuck that. Like,
I'm with
let me
Rudy.
talk-
Rudy.
Okay, and Rudy makes a good point. I'm not gonna knock that. What I was, and I didn't think you were gonna go there. A lot of
No.
people. This is what I'm gonna tell you. What I kept hearing. I guess people didn't bother to this. I did see the extended highlights, so I did get a chance to rewatch that goal again. People were talking about, oh, Chichito did such a great job because he pulled two players over, like the mark. Like, what the fuck were you guys watching? No, he didn't. Chichito did pull away, yes, and he only attracted one defender, one defender over. Credit for doing that, sure. I still think I would have preferred him to cut into the middle. That's my opinion because everyone talking about his movement inside the box, right? I'm expecting him to make a cut down the middle so that Pavon could lay off, give him a through ball between the two defenders he already has there, so he can run first post and tap it. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm expecting Chicharito to do, right? I'm gonna give him his credit for sure for pulling away. I don't. To be honest, I don't know if that's intentionally what he meant to do.
Oh, I
That's
think he did.
arguable.
I think he did.
That's arguable, right? I don't know.
100%. That's
Because to me, I think
speculation
running away
for me.
from the ball, right? If everyone talks about Chicharito the way that they swear he does, he would have ran a different direction. But point is, good thing that he did. I don't know if people really think that he pulled two
No.
markings from. You need to go rewatch that. He only pulled one away,
Because there's two on Pavon.
which did leave a gap,
Mm-hmm.
right, for Pavon to actually have an angle to shoot. Pavon doesn't need a lot of space.
No.
He doesn't need 10 yards, 5 yards. Legit, he just could just cut over one as long as he has a shot.
He needs one stride.
Space, yeah. All he needs is just be able to sit up. As long as he's able to sit up, he's gonna curl it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. Right, and that's what I was gonna get to, because I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, he." You know what? Even the Extra Time Radio guys said that shit.
Oh, no.
And one of the guys had to call him like, "No, he actually just pulled the one. You need to go rewatch that." And that's a lot of the same shit that I kept seeing from different people. Like, no, you guys are tripping. Like,
I think he's tripping.
listen, that's fine. Like, we can disagree on what the movement should have been. I'll give him his credit that he made the right movement ultimately for the
because
goal.
of the goal. Yeah, because of the goal.
Yeah. Right.
I agree with you.
But if Pavon would have skied that, we would have been talking about what movement
All right,
Jesus would have made.
but that's irrelevant.
Again, it's
That's
speculation.
irrelevant
Right,
because he scored.
I get that it's irrelevant, but you get where I'm getting.
Yeah,
You get what
no.
I'm saying.
Listen, I get what you're saying when people saying that you took two people.
I agree. Yeah, I'm not here gonna argue this. I'm gonna agree with you and your comment.
Yeah.
Of what your movement was. I'm gonna agree with that 100%.
Like there's no like
Because
he took
Pavon
one
is that
player.
type of player. Yeah, he's the type of player that doesn't need a lot. You just give Pavon a little bit of space, and he's gonna figure it out.
And not only that, Pavon is a master creating his own space. He knows how to hide the ball right and know how to move right to hide to make his own space. But I do give credit to Chicha because I think his movement out wide created that that alley for fucking for Pavon to come in and take that shot. The goal amazing, right? The goal is amazing. His movement is amazing. Bingham's fucking distribution in that play, amazing. But all that falls short to his celebration. Because Angel, I was right next to you when he scored that goal.
Yeah,
Angel,
we were right next to each other.
when he runs to that corner flag and points at us and does that thing for us, please try to put in words what the stance sounded like at that moment. How the energy in the stance in that moment, though. I don't know if you can find words, but
I mean, honestly, think of an eruption.
Yeah.
Like a volcano eruption. Everyone's just chilling out, minding their business, and then, boom! Like it was. Honestly, this is one of the things that I've been pushing for a while. And if you guys have been here on our pod for several years, as you guys already know, I travel quite a bit, and a lot of you, well, all three of you actually have traveled this quite a bit too. So you guys have been witness to times when we go to away games and we're just not acknowledged, right? And this is an ongoing thing that we've been battling for a while. Like there's been it's been an ongoing thing for many years. For a while, there's a separation between the FO and the supporter groups and the players, but now it's like over the last couple of years, things have gotten better and it's starting to get back there, right?
Yeah.
And then you started to bring players like Insua, like Pavon, players that understand culture. They come from countries where this is their religion, so they understand the importance of the away
connection,
end, right?
the connection.
Yeah, the connection with the fan base, right? So one thing that Rudy didn't get to allude before we walked into the stadium, which I guess we can talk to a little bit later.
We talked about
we talked about it in the pregame. Yeah. So as we were marching into the stadium, we had just missed the bus. So we walked right past the Galaxy bus and no one noticed except for Rudy because he was the one at the very back of the march into the stadium because he was just make sure everyone's getting there or whatever. Rudy noticed that the Galaxy bus was about to make a turn where we were at. Rudy easily, the fastest I've ever seen Rudy run in my life, like a 40-yard dash, like a fucking jackalope, 40-yard dash, like from the back, knocks over a little kid.
No,
I
didn't knock him out.
I was about to punch Rudy in the face, like it was that wild. But he runs over, and says, "Yo, that is the team. We gotta go." Like he didn't even have to say we gotta go back.
Everyone turned around.
Like, everyone just turned with the flags in the front, and everything. We just rushed the fucking Galaxy bus. And Boomer's just wilding out in front of the Galaxy bus. But they noticed that stuff, right? And they started noticing towards the end of last year, with Minnesota, with Houston last year still, those type of things. And you're starting to see it again, right?
Yeah.
So when they arrived into the stadium and started coming in, one of the first things you notice that they acknowledged where the away end is. Like they noticed that. So it just so happens that Pavon's goal comes. When it comes, you see it immediately where he's running to. Man. It's not like he's not looking, okay, where are these guys at, or running into his teams. No, his immediate reactions: run to the corner, looks right at us, like right up at us, and like I feel like he's staring.
He's staring at me.
He's like looking at me in my eyes, this is for you, motherfucker.
He's staring at me.
Oh,
You're next to me.
You feel that shit. Like like it's that moment right there was legit. he soccer fucked me type of shit, like in my eyes. And he just looked at me and just gave it to me. He's like, this is for you. This is what you wanted. And like legit, like that was like it was a euphoria in there. You
Yeah,
you
man.
have to you'd have to be like a. There was something about that. I don't know if it's obviously we've been waiting for what 5 months at this point. It's feel like
Forever.
eternity.
Yeah.
You know, we've had preseason, but for him to score that banger, where you have 350 away from home, in that top corner, this guy just runs over there, and the entire squad just follows him, and everyone just bunched looking right up.
Yeah, man.
This
It-
is why I tell people you guys got to go to away games. You guys are missing this shit. Like if you something about these goals away from home, to me they mean more than being at home.
Especially when
It's different.
especially with that kind of celebration, because it almost feels
Yeah.
like you're saying this is for you. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
You're saying like this is for you, and like that's all we need, man. Like listen, we're there for them, and they're there for us. It just that's what marriage should be like. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah, and immediately like we were already, let's say, at a scale like 1 to 10, we're already at a 10 at that
yeah.
point.
It's just
Our levels just skyrocketed
Yeah.
to like fucking 100.
yeah, man.
Like it was nuts. And then shout out to the drummer Cheesy when he went into his whole drumming shit that he did into that other LA like
With the hype.
oh my god,
Yeah.
it's that has set the tempo for what 2020 is gonna be, y'all.
Oh man. All right.
Mhm.
I know we went a little tangent, went off track, but let's get back to this game. Pavon scores. He scores early. He scores in the 13th minute, I believe it was 12th minute. Again, right? We just talked about it for like the last 5 minutes. A beautiful goal. But then the game kind of, I think maybe a few minutes after that, the Galaxy still pressing, but the game kind of just slowly kind of comes to a halt. You know what I mean? Where Houston has the ball, has some of the ball, but not really creating anything. I think like there was one shot that was on target at Bingham in the first half. A few of them that were wide, but nothing that I ever thought like, holy shit, right?
They
There
had
were some
one
plays,
that I
there
remember.
were
Yeah,
some plays where I forget it was, but their captain had a really good look and he sent it wide. He really fucked up that play.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the one that you're talking about.
That's one of them.
They also had some crosses in that were a little dangerous, but nothing that we couldn't handle.
no,
But
there
Galaxy
was another
defense
one
make
that was
it.
there was a layoff within the box, within the 18.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it
But no, Bingham deflected that and went into a corner.
maybe
I don't
I
know.
think it might be second half because the first half he had one that was right at him.
No,
and he
for sure
kept
with
it.
the first half.
Yeah.
They were shooting that way. So maybe from my angle, because again, I didn't get a chance to rewatch the game. Like probably up to that point when that happened. Maybe from my angle, it just looked like that. Like it was a deflection of Bingham. Maybe it was just a terrible shot and it just went wide.
Yeah.
But I remember it a little bit different.
Yeah. I for me seeing the game again, I don't. I remember at the stadium, I didn't think like we're ever like in a situation where like holy shit, they're on us. And watching the game, I felt the same. And again, it might be biased because that's what I felt when I was in the game. But I didn't really think they had like all that dominance or all that. Yeah, the dominance over. Like I didn't think it was all that. And we're still up 1-0, so I'm like, okay, like this is fine. Watching the game watching the replay though, like what?
Well, can you hold off
yeah.
on jumping? Because let me say what I gotta say. Just because I'm watching it from the stands, and I want to hear what George to say, what Masa have to say, and Rudy what you have to say after watching the game, right? Specifically the first half, right now.
Keep it
To me,
short.
from my opinion, that first half, after the goal, maybe like 5 minutes after we started to die out.
After
I
the goal,
think George hit it earlier. Yeah, I think George hit it after like 5 minutes after the first goal. I think so, like 25 minutes into the game. I think we started dying out. I think we went we pressed too high too quick. We were, I don't know if it was just adrenaline. They were just press. But things that stood out to me for sure that were positive. You already mentioned Filster. You already mentioned Insua. Listen, I saw somebody in the chat say that
Excuse me.
Kitchen had a bad game.
I don't think.
I
No.
thought he had, especially that first half. At one point, Rudy, you confused. Was it Depoy or I can't remember if it was
Depoy.
Insua or somebody that you're like, damn, like was that him? Like I'm like, nah, bro, that's
Kitchen,
Kitchen,
yep.
because Kitchen was out there just making people go left and right different ways. Like he was on one. Like defensively, he was on one. Like on point. I saw a lot of good things the first 25 minutes in general as how we were controlling. But then when we started to die out defensively, I really generally felt that we were still holding our own. Maybe because they didn't do anything dangerous, but that's a credit to what our defensive midfielders were doing and what the defense were doing. That also includes Pipo, and Depoy. At that
Mhm.
point, George, I think you mentioned this last pod that if you're not hearing much from a specific defensive player, that means he's doing something right.
Ding ding
Or the
ding
rest
ding
of the
ding.
supporting cast is doing something right.
Yep.
I saw a lot more from Insua, and I saw a lot more from uh from Felster this game, at least in the first half. But that's because we've known that Houston is a wide playing team for the
Mhm.
most part. They tend to play with their wingers. So for doing all that, for having, I thought that was a solid performance, at least in the first half defensively. What I remember vividly, right? I'm gonna throw this out. I still have my concerns. My two major concerns are still Chicharito and Katay. Now, before people think I'm gonna go on a whole Chicharito thing again, I'm gonna just keep a simple fact: there's no point this game, no assist, no goal. That's concerning to me. But everyone knows how I feel about that.
Let me back you up on
Juice. My
let me back you up on your take on Chicharito, right? I use Who Scored a lot, like to get like when I'm setting up for the podcast, and
Mhm.
he's the lowest rated player for Who Scored, with a 6.1. The next lowest is Sasha with a 6.6.
Interesting, because I thought Sasha, for what he was asked to do in that game, I think he started off a little too acelerado, right? And I think it eventually showed that he's a little bit on the older side of his career, because he definitely died out towards the game as the game progressed,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to get too much into the Hochicharito thing. Listen, if you saw this game and you've been listening to our pod, you know what I've been saying now for a few episodes, and my comments still stand true. He's not a dominant force. He's not going to be able to take the team on his back and create something. Moving forward, this is going to be Pavon's team, and I still stand by that.
I still think you're
But
wrong.
my biggest concern, well, that's fine, until Chichi doesn't change anything so far. Right now, I'm right. Um, Alexander Katai, man.
No. Oh, okay. So hold on. Let's talk about Qatar. Okay, let's talk about Qatar. You just said you weren't too impressed by him, right?
I was not impressed by his
Yeah,
game.
okay.
No.
I
Um,
and
go ahead.
I think you need to see this game again because I
Okay.
think I think he did a lot of the dirty work, and not only the dirty work, like his touch and like his vision is really fucking good. It's really really good. And I'll say this: my take from him is that I don't I don't want him dropping down too much because the biggest problem with him for me is that he's doing a lot of work, and then when we turn it to the offensive, he's out of position, right? Because that was the biggest problem for me. I'll let you go right now. A bigger problem for me, like that, we couldn't spread the team too wide because he was always like falling back and helping in the midfield. So when we were attacking, it was
Interesting,
Pavon on
because
one side
that's not.
and Chicha on and like streaking forward, and nobody really on the other side. That was my only problem with Katai.
What
George,
I enjoy about no, what I enjoy about our winger in Qatar is that usually we have a problem with the defense midfield connection, and I don't see that. I think any side that he plays on, if it's Rolf backing him up or Insua backing up, you don't see much of a disconnect there, and I'll take that all day. The fact that he doesn't have to drop, but when he does, he makes smart plays. He was one of the ones that on a counter attack he pulled down a player just because he knew they're gonna catch us, and he does the hard gritty work, but I think we do need a little bit more when it comes to a creativity side. Just because I didn't see much of that, um, by all means, it
And
is the
that's what
first
I'm
game.
getting
He
to.
didn't have much. He didn't have much to show. He's still probably getting his legs under him. But Qatar, for what we've seen, is getting there. I don't see much
Mm,
of a disconnect from the defense and him connecting. It's not bad, but I do want to see more, and I want to see him be a little bit more creative, which the whole team did not create at all. But
mm.
it has to start with someone. It has to start with someone.
what?
Well,
Uh,
I agree. I think Pavon was still creative with whenever he was able to get the ball. He was able
Pavon
to
was
make
creative with himself.
right, but that's what I want Katai to do, and that's what I was expecting him to do.
So,
Like
Yeah,
Mata
but
hyped
but
him up.
but
I was
that's my
expecting.
point. That's exactly what I'm saying though.
but even
That's
at,
exactly what I'm
but
saying. That we need
Well,
more from that.
okay, but let me let's say, I didn't even get to say where my concerns were with him. He lost a few, and
Well, you
I made
see,
an effort to really watch him in that first half. I saw him lose several balls, and he wouldn't track back to him. He was lazy when he was running back to these balls. Yeah, that's how I remember it.
Mhm.
Because I was making an effort to watch him, and he was just some dumbass balls. So I was very annoyed by his fucking game because I didn't see him tracking back, and he wasn't creating anything. That I saw him being useless on that wing. Nothing. Yeah, to me, he was useless, absolutely useless. And again, I'll stand by my comments until I rewatch this, and
Tell me what
I'll
you
own my
saw
shit.
from the Jet. Tell me what you saw from the Jet when he got pushed out wide. What was the difference?
Yeah,
I
actually,
don't really think there's a difference though, but see at that point we're talking about what that was the 60th minute. First of all, why is Katai coming out at the 60th
because he had a
minute?
yellow and he was going in hard. Like that's
Okay,
that's 100
that's fair.
percent
That's fair.
it.
That's fair.
Because that was
That's fine.
my initial
That's
concern
fine.
too.
Right, because I was like, listen, how you coming out 60 minute and that's fair. That's 100% fair. I didn't even notice that until you mentioned this here. With the whole what's his face going to the wing? Listen, he had already been running back and forth in that center midfield role. So he probably his legs were not up to par to be running up and down on that wing. It's
60th
not like
minute?
it's not like huh?
60th minute. I think you still have a little bit more in your system, no matter what what
I don't
position.
know
Let's-
because he was playing down the middle, and it's not like we were controlling the game either. We were chasing the ball a lot.
Let's try to stay on first half because we haven't moved
First
second half.
half.
Yeah, but here's one thing though. Like there was a play between Pavon and Katai where Pavon. Oh no, Katai hands it to Pavon and Pavon first times it. And the first and Katai's first reaction is to fucking open up and take the shot with the left, and it was a good shot. Like it only missed like the second pole by a little bit. You know what I mean? And we've been talking about like those shots from when we not finding a way to get in the area, opening up and
That
take
was
shot.
Katai?
Yeah, that was Katai.
I remember it being
I
Chicharito.
thought it was Chicha.
No, Chicha had one, but that one was like that one was wide. Like Katai's
First half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one like Chicharito's was wide. His was like it was maybe a foot off the second post, and so even more than the shot, like it was like that connection. And I think like once that that really could becomes
Maybe
a
I
thing.
missed that.
Yeah,
And you know
I think
again
so. I
stands
get it.
right.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure you
probably
did. 'Cause
did.
It was like a 1-2 where Katai starts off on the wing, and Chicha's right there in the middle, and Pavon's a little bit to the side. So he passes it through, and I think it gets past Chicha. Pavon gets it, and Pavon like touches it right back into the top of the box, and Katai's making the cut in, and then he shoots. He shoots like a low driven shot to the second post, and it misses by a little bit. But I mean, it was just that, and obviously the header in the first half.
Yep.
I mean, in the first minute where he had his chances to score. I mean, I think for me, Katai wasn't great because he wasn't. You know, I'm on the same boat with you, Angel. My concern is Katai on this team right now. But I think once he gets that first goal in, I think it's a different story.
See, but
And
that's
I'm waiting
okay.
for
See, but
him.
that's a concern for me. And that's another concern. I'm not asking him to score. I'm asking him to be creative to set up our supposed to be goal scorer, which I didn't see him do.
Man, I didn't see,
We were
you didn't see
talking,
anybody.
we're talking about, well, right, but we're talking about Chicharito having 20 plus goals this season.
I think it will.
It can't just come from Pavon.
No.
And look, obviously these are very
Listen,
early
it's one game in.
reactions that we're
Yeah,
having.
it's one game in.
Right, of course, but we want our team to
Yeah.
high standards. High standards.
Again, listen. We'll have thoughts. I have a section for thoughts after the second half. So let's move on to that. In the first half, let's transition to the second half. We're going 1-0. Last thoughts, or not even thoughts, just let's talk about Sasha for a second. And this full game. Then we talk full game about Sasha. Sasha, to me, had one of the best preseasons in the team, in the roster. I thought he was really good. Yeah. He looked sharp. He looked like he was hungry to create. He looked like he was, legit could have been sitting down from that cam position because Sasha looked like he had it, right? In my opinion, this guy disappeared.
Yep.
Like
Very underwhelming.
I didn't see anything that I didn't see none of that in this game, which is a little surprising to me because again, in my opinion, he had one of the best preseasons.
Who
I
played more
usually
than
have
Camero?
that feeling about Leggett. I have that feeling about Leggett when it comes to you don't see him on the field. And contrary, I think Leggett did really well. Sasha was nowhere to be found. Nothing. Not even when it came to defensively, offensively. I didn't see much from him at all. And I think that impacted us moving forward a lot because he is that connecting piece between the midfield and the forwards, which and we'll get into it, which made Chicha drop a lot. Chicha
but
had to
see-
drop down to.
That just adds to my comment about Leggett from earlier then, because if you're just basically saying that he had to pull more weight for a Sasha that was not apparent in this game, of course his legs are gonna be more tired. Why he probably wasn't as effective on the wing.
Okay, so
listen,
we're
go
comparing-
for it. I'm sorry, go for it. It's you, George.
But still, regardless, regardless of what comes in, I think still should be able to move out to the wing and still do something. Because if not, then our backup's going to be a Milqueo. Our backup's going to be Julian Araujo
We
coming
don't
in.
have a backup.
Exactly. So exactly. So it is what it is. Like if you can't handle it, then we might as well be making two subs instead of pushing out Leggett to the right and then using the excuse that his legs are tired. If that's the case, then I think we need to be managed better, and we need to count our minutes because whoever gets pushed out, you're getting put in a position because we expect you to do something. We're not going to give you an excuse of, well, yeah, your legs were tired. We get it. We got scored on. That's not the case. We in the preseason, we were talking about how Valecantos goes hard. We do this, their conditioning, their strength, and people are getting hurt left and right, and we're arguing about it. But first game, we see people, the legs are given under at the 60th minute.
No, but again, I don't think it was his legs even out under him. For Katai, it was yellow card.
No.
Oh,
I'm
for
talking about
Seba.
Oh, but no. Okay, but I never necessarily said that his legs were like he was done. No, he just can't give the same energy that he can the first 45 minutes of a game.
Well,
That's what
let's go back.
it's just normal. Your energy just. But
Let's go back to this game.
back to
Let's go
the
back to this game.
back to the Sasha thing then. What was he playing? Was he playing in a camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing.
That was Cameron. And again, like the connection wasn't there. Like, and this is my opinion, right? The connection wasn't there. I don't think like his legs were there, which is weird for me, or at least that's what it looked like. You know what I mean? It was weird again because I was really hyped about him because he came in looking like he was gonna be a stud, and that was not the case. So, interesting. At the same token, though, I want to shout out fucking Leggett because Leggett. He didn't do none of the flashy stuff, but he did a shit ton of the dirty stuff, man. Like he was putting in tackles out wide in the middle, and he also got hit a lot. Like I'm talking about the first half, I think they fouled him 4 or 5 times, and not soft fouls, not soft fouls. Like they were like chopping at him. There was this one play where like legit movement was what we were looking for, where he kind of body feint to the left and then cut right back in, and they chopped him from his thighs. Like they, like it was a ridiculous foul. He did all that, and I thought bad on Sasha, dope on Leggett. Not enough either way down the middle though. You know what I mean? At the end,
You know what's crazy to me, and to back you up about the down the middle. You know who this game was made for?
Who?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Dog.
But
we
no,
were crossing the ball phenomenal. No. All of our game was down the wing, cut in the middle, put in the middle, down the wing. Put in the middle, down the wing. I don't get it. We have players that need to be making a diagonal run for us to be putting these through balls through. I don't understand what our game is. If we were complaining about, well, we weren't complaining, but if we're saying, GBS needs his team so we could play the way that he wants to play. If that's the case, then we should have kept Zlatan. If this is the way he wants to play, we should have kept Zlatan because all the balls were going perfectly in the middle, and Chicha wasn't there. There was nothing that. He was dropping too much. He was out of the game. He was complaining most of the game. I'll call it how it is. But when he receives the ball, he kind of looks up, and there's such a disconnect between the midfield and it took Leggett to run from the other side of the fucking field to run to the middle to honestly make a good kick. He saved that play.
And good on Chicha though. Good on Chicha because that hold up was great, and that's that's getting closer to the end of the second half. But yeah, like that's it though, right? Like to me, that's what's baffling about this is that I want to see those early crosses, like those low driven early crosses. Like looking for the first pole and then the secondary runs, right? Because I think that's what the players we have are meant for. Like they'll perform better there. But all these Zlatan-esque type of crosses, they're ending nowhere. And I think one thing that frustrates me about this game is that we were looking for something that was never there, and that at no point did we recognize that it wasn't there and try to change it up. Like in Sua's crosses. They're good crosses, but like that's not where Chicharito's gonna excel. You know what I mean? And if it's not Chicharito, then who else is gonna win that header in the back post? Who? Like I mean? Like there's really nobody else who's gonna come in with any kind of like. We don't have like a deadly header of the ball, right? Like we don't have anybody who's dominant inside the box when it comes to like going up for crosses, right? Because you think Chicharito's gonna win?
Right now, we don't have a dominant forward. Period.
Listen, again,
we don't have a dominant forward for the type of play that we're playing.
We don't have somebody who's dominant in the air.
One game in.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what letting you be. Can we talk about that Benny play? Can we talk about, like, listen, Chicha in the midfield controls the ball, lays off to Pavon.
That's a good layoff.
Lays up Pavon.
Yeah.
And Pavon does what he does. Remember when I said earlier that Pavon creates his own space? He had one on him and then somebody else, and with a simple cutback, he leaves them both. Still has enough legs to poke the ball to Benny's path. But Benny actually opens up really well. Like, he lets the ball roll and opens up really well where, like, that should have been a goal. Credit to Dynamo defense because there was like 3 of them that dropped into the goal.
Yeah.
But come on, we got to finish that. Like, I just feel like there has to be a goal. When you get set up that way, there has to be a goal, man. Let me ask him. Do you think he could have done anything better off the rebound, or what did he have to take that shot? What are your thoughts? Because I don't know how I feel about
think
that.
his first shot should have gone in. Credit to the defense. The second shot, it is what it is. I think he was already off his foot. He was stumbling to the left, and he kind of just caught it how it
He
was.
just had to take it.
You can't ask Benny to do something like that he's not known for, especially on his non-dominant foot, because I think he hit it with his left.
Mm-hmm. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. It is, but those balls have to go in.
But see, like, I'm sorry, but that has to be Sasha controlling the ball in the middle, and there has to be Chicha getting the ball that Pavon gives. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be Benny getting the ball at that position. It should be Chicha, and they got to figure out how to get Chicha there, right? Because that's where I want. That's where I want to see him. I want to see him get those opportunities. You know what I mean? Because, like, that's where I think, like, listen, if we could create plays like that, that's how I think he scores 20 plus goals.
Mm-hmm.
If we're looking for him to score goals like Zlatan did, then I don't think we're probably not going to see 20 goals. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen.
We missed their goal. We didn't cover their goal. Because it's
word.
towards the end of the game.
So let's talk about this, right? Because here's one where I agree with it, where the Angels take about Katai, actually, and that play I agree with Angel and the way Katai stepped off, right? Because he had already made a challenge. He didn't win the ball, but he made a challenge, and then he kind of almost steps off. Did you guys notice that? Mm-hmm. He steps off.
He shifted out wide.
He steps off of that, which I figured he would, whatever. He steps out wide. The ball opens up again, and then that pass that my man gets to Manotas is too easy of a play, right? Like how is that gap like so big? You know what I mean? Like, 'cause
That was a massive ass gap.
it was, man, and I don't understand. Like there's again, I didn't pay attention close enough to realize who the fuck was fucking up, or like who lost their man, who lost
People.
Was it people? It could have been.
People was the first one, and then Dupuy. It was the Fuse guy because the guy was behind people.
Yeah, that was the Fuse guy.
Dog.
Yeah.
No, it was people, dog. And I said
But
it
the
How is
gap?
that?
last
Explain
episode.
How?
Explain to me how you think that's people when the man's behind them.
What do you mean? People
When the
pushes
through ball gets played?
and then the Pew is covering his man behind him. There was another player.
Yep, I
So
think so.
people steps up, and this has been going on all off season where he gets beaten behind his back. I said this in the past game. That's my concern with people. He always gets beaten in a through ball like that. Always. And he got beat again. This is nothing new. We saw this during preseason. This is nothing new. Look,
but
people had a solid game up to that point, but that's all on people, though. There was a communication.
It was not on the people.
I don't know what it was.
I'm not. It was not on the people.
Not all of it, right?
No, like
But
the way the
that
play
through
started.
ball-
Yeah.
That through ball, he gets smoked.
I
dog.
can agree with him
That's-
because he's the one that was
that's
he's
people.
wearing red cleats, huh? Was he wearing cleats?
Yeah.
I think so. Whatever. But yeah, I think you're right. With that being said, though, like the initial touch is out wide, or not too far out wide, but it's going out, right? So the initial threat is gone, right? Because he's not cutting back in and like straight at goal. So to me,
I don't know, Masa.
How's it now?
oh, you just saw the replay? Is that what you're going? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I just saw the play.
Okay.
I'm watching it again,
Dupuy
too.
didn't have Dupuy wasn't guarding anybody.
Yeah, not just that. And I don't want to knock Insua on this. I think it's too far, but I think Insua was just in not marking anyone.
Okay, but listen,
I'm watching
think-
this again. Like Insua's nowhere.
but I think we're harping on the wrong thing here, though. I really
No,
think
I
we're
think
harping
we
on the
already
wrong
hit it
thing.
on the point. Like it's all on Katai. Legit, looking at this again, Katai had the ball. Like, well, he honestly
Well,
didn't even foul. He didn't do nothing. He could or cleared it out or done something else.
He could
but
have just
lost
continued to
it
press
on the defensive end.
He should have just continued to press because he kind of backs off. But like we passed that, right? Like we even passed like the initial pass. I think the initial pass should have been there should have been a challenge on the initial pass. But now we're inside the box. Am I wrong to remember that Manota's first touch is out wide? It's not coming back in. It's out wide, right? So at that point, there's a shift already going on with defense, right? Like people are already scrambling there. Why the fuck is Bingham shifting so far?
He shifts with Manotas. I don't
Like his positioning is so
Angel
off.
go. Now this is where you're supposed to talk a lot. Angel.
His positioning is so off. Like listen, all you go 1 arm's length before your first pull, all right? Especially where Manotas is at. Like all you need is one arm's distance away from the pole, and that's the angle you want to cover, right? Because then you're cutting out this one with the right hand and the left with this hand. That's all you need. He was a good 4 or 5 steps past the first pole. I mean, literally, all Manotas had to do was put it back on frame.
He put it in the middle. He didn't even put it to the side. He put it in the middle where Bingham should have been standing. That ball should have been directly towards Bingham.
Like all the mistakes, Katai's mistake, what we were calling people's mistake or Dupuy's mistake, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to blame it on, all those are irrelevant if Bingham just understands where the fuck he's standing. If he knows where the goal is at, that's not a goal. And that was dumb, man. I was like, I didn't realize that when I was in the stands, because I thought like he just like the momentum had taken him where he ended up at, right? I just thought that's what happened. And then when I see a replay and I seen him, like he's shifting this whole time. You never see him take a look back over his shoulder to see where the first pole's at. You never do. He just kind of shifting the whole time. And like, come on, man, you're a professional goalkeeper, bro. You're a professional goalkeeper for the best club in fucking the United States, and that's rookie. Not even rookie, dog. That's like fucking.
Not even rookie.
That's like, oh, man. That's bad, man. Which is fucking horrible because my man got an assist. You know what I mean? All he had to do was keep that clean sheet and he would have had a shit
balance.
Yeah, man.
He gave us one. He gave them one.
Jesus Christ, that was so bad, man. Seeing the replay was just ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. Really bad. Unfortunate too, because like, listen, I think the 1-1 result is not unfair to us, because I think the game, you know, if you want to be just, like that's probably the right score for the game that was, right? But we could have legit gone out of fucking Houston with 3 points in our pocket. You know what I mean? Because after that, like, you know, like again, even in the second half, I didn't feel like they had all that, you know what I mean? Like they had chances. I'm not gonna say they had chances, but they had chances that were like, they had me shook. You know what I mean?
You know, it was a bigger
Galaxy was doing
uncertainty for me
watching, though. A lot of ball. I'll let you get to it, Angel. They were doing a lot of ball watching as letting them keep possession, playing the ball around. And right before the goal came in, I was at home. My brother and my family came over, and I was like, it feels like they're about to score on us. And Cabal is when the ball went right through. Yeah. We were doing a lot of ball watching.
Yeah. I was gonna say, to me, even more so on Bingham's goal. I think even before he went too far, I think he was trying to come out first and he didn't know what to do. I think he got stuck in no man's land, where he was just too far drifted already, where he couldn't get his I guess he couldn't, like, what would you call it? Your pivot foot, really?
Yeah.
Push back. I mean, is that what you'd call it? I don't know what you
that's
call
what
it.
I call it.
Yeah, to push back into where he could, because he could have, even maybe if he would have stretched out his arm, he probably could have still gotten that ball. I think his decision making was just so poor all around.
Yeah, by the time he took a shot,
no man's land. Yeah, like he look at it. Like I legit, while you guys were talking, I watched this shit like 1,000 times. I don't know if he's trying to rush Manotas, but then he kind of stops. Like he doesn't know what to do because he notices that Depoy might get there. But that's the thing.
It's like so far
You're not supposed to think. Yeah, either you go all the way or you don't go at all.
Listen, if his initial thought was to come out for that, it's bad. It's a bad thought. Because like it's way too out. Like there's way too many people in the area for you to come out that way, right? Second of all, like you watch it 1,000 times. Does he ever look back at all to see where to see where's the goal at? Come on, dog. Before I ever take one step, I look over my shoulder to see where the first pole's at, so I know where fucking I'm standing.
Like he legit sprints from just about his line to just outside his small box, and then he takes a quick step to the left and another to the left, and then he just kind of puts his knee down, and he's done.
Am I wrong for thinking?
Like in the sprint, he actually sprints. That's what I'm telling you. He was gonna go after, then he stops. Listen, this is your boy, dog.
No, it's
That's
not.
him not trusting his defenders.
No, listen.
Bingham assisted on both goals.
Am I wrong to remember that there's like 5, 6 players inside the area when this goal happens?
I mean, there's
Galaxy-
two, but there's really one that could have probably done anything. That would have been Depoy.
Right.
He's the only one that would have really gotten there.
Again, I just think like that one, we mentioned all the mistakes that led to the chance, but ultimately I think that one has to fall completely on Bingham, right? And I know we're not.
Accurate.
I don't think we're not doing it this year, but like this right here would be -2 points for Bingham, in my opinion, right? Because that doesn't happen. I think there's a good shot for us to take 3 points home. Regardless of speculation, I just think like that was detrimental to
One
to the
one
game.
thing about that, and forget that, right? I feel bad for the defense because of that alone, and now people are harping on well, Depoy sucks, or people's
hell no.
trash, or
No,
no, well, people,
no.
even in our own chat here, people have said the Rovers had a bad game, right? If Bingham would have
crazy.
done that, we'd be talking about a clean sheet on the first game away to Houston, a team that for some reason we always tend to concede a lot of goals to over the last 2-3 years. So
They
that
have
would
a
have been
winning record on this, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
in general or
It's
over
a
the
head.
last
In general,
2-3 years.
in general, they
General,
have
it's
won
ahead.
Well, there you go. Well, listen, they can't beat us when it matters, but that's a different
back to
story.
back.
But you guess what I'm saying? Like if that goal wouldn't have happened, which again it's speculation, right? We don't know what would happen towards the end of the game. High press, 5 minutes to go. Who knows what would happen? That defense that people have been criticizing at different points, just the last 2 days alone, would have came out of there with a clean
Clean
sheet
sheet
Mhm.
away.
away from home.
Yep. No, listen.
Remember,
Well,
and
we've said on
talked-
this pod. We've said on this pod. It's all about the moments, though. It's all
Right.
about moments.
Well, that too. But we also said in this pod, I think last episode or an episode or two ago, if we're only conceded at least one goal,
Yeah.
max, I think we'll be all right.
Well, listen. I'll say this, right. 1-1 away, a point away. Right, as much, and it's a point because we fucked up at the end. But I'll take a point away. If we could take 1 point for every single away game, we'll be fine at the end of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like at the end of the
Well,
day,
listen, the championship years, that was Bruce's philosophy.
yep.
Just don't lose.
Let me just back you up, Angel, with this, right? Who scored has Felcher with a 7.1, Dupuy with a 6.8, People with a 6.9, and Insua with a 7.3. Compared that to Chicharito's 6.1, Leget's 6.7, and Sasha's 6.6. Like,
I think it's low.
They were higher rated.
yeah, like
It should have been higher.
No,
rated.
I'm saying like the other guys who we all felt more comfortable coming into this game. Got rated
Had
lower.
lower performance.
Yeah, got rated
No, I
lower
get what you're
than
saying.
that.
Yeah,
I mean, like
I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah, the defense they were all rated higher than
then
the players that we expected to have higher.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like
Curious because you didn't mention it. What was Katai rated?
Katai was rated 7.7, so he's the second highest after Pavon. Yeah, I told you. I go back and watch it, and then maybe we'll talk
Yeah.
about it
Well,
next
look,
week.
that's
because
good.
I think
And well, I think I've also been a record saying that I don't know how I have no clue how that website calculates their ratings.
Mhm.
So
Well-
I don't know, but from what I saw, I don't know.
So because even before I saw these ratings, I felt like he had a coming back. Now watching this game again, it changed my mind because it's same right. Like
Yeah.
in the stadium, I was like 60th minute. What the fuck? Like why is he coming off? I
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
like he
yeah.
got lost. So all
That's
these
fair.
things after watching the game, I was like, nope, I was wrong. This guy. There's something there. There's something there. Like I think if they could find that connection between the attacking three with whoever's playing Cam, I think he's gonna flourish. But that's there's things there. All right, that dragged on a little long. Let's talk about.
It's all right.
Let's any thoughts? Last thoughts of the game. Anything else? Anything
Are we
else
doing
wondering?
player and zero of the game? This year?
Yeah. So that's honestly the best or worst player. The fool of the week and whatever you want to call the best player.
I think everyone's gonna say the same in terms of best player.
Listen, can I take away Pavon and Bingham for the worst and best? Because those are those are obvious.
I wasn't gonna give Bingham the worst.
Okay, so cool. So here, any final thoughts on the game?
I'm cool with the point. I think you're accurate. I'm cool with the point.
Same.
We are away. It is Houston. It is what it is. I'll take the point. I'd rather that than
Listen.
nothing.
Same.
Lesson learned from this away trip in Houston. Throw it out in the world. Throw it out in the world. I'm gonna throw it out in the world. This was a positive result. Positive result. Throw it out in the world. Positive result. That's what it was. Positive result.
Masa, any thoughts? Any final thoughts?
The only positive I think was the way we closed out the game. We looked dangerous,
Mhm.
at least. Looks like we recovered the last 20, 15 minutes of the game. We looked a little more dangerous in Houston. But it's just the first 20 and the last 20. That was the best the Galaxy played, I think.
We got to
And
figure
that
out the
was
middle,
it.
right?
We got to figure out how to make it last the whole game.
Yeah.
Very true.
One thing I'll take from this game is I like the energy. They're coming in for tackles. They're coming in hard. You know, what I mean, they're fighting for the ball, and they're not scared to get to take a foul. There was a shit ton of fouls this game, but I'm okay with it because I like a team that has some backbone, has a fight in it. So I'll take that from this game. I like that. And I'll say like shout out Dupuis because I have nothing. I don't have one bad thing to say about Dupuis this game.
No.
So shout out to
No.
Dupuis.
Nope.
He's not the greatest. I'm not.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give him some extra credit for trying to recover on
On
the
the
goal.
goal.
I mean, he almost
Yep.
got there.
Yep.
Legit, he could have had let's say a Royal Filster-esque type of save from last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, from the previous week, when he saved when Filster saved Bigham, it obviously did different type of, but it was close to being that. I mean, he could have got if who knows, just maybe if he were tall like me, his longer legs would have gotten to that. But
He-
that's
you know what?
unfortunately, everyone can be my height.
Saying that he also had a shot, like where I think he caught it off a bouncer like that in the first half,
Corner.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like listen,
Yeah.
like again, I have
Corner.
nothing bad to say about Dupuis, and that's a good thing from a center back because usually we tear center backs apart. So shout out to Dupuis for that one. All right, boys, let's go with the best and worst player, fool of the week, and it should be Bingham, but I don't want to make it that easy. So give me a fool of the week that's not Bingham, because
Sasha Kleshin.
Yeah. I have to agree.
Chicharito because he didn't score.
no, Sasha for me. Sasha for me is definitely the Bingham of the week. All right. What about the opposite end? Who do you guys think was the best player in the squad? Other than
Feeling-
Pavon, because Pavon was the best player.
I'm going
I'm
with Dupuis.
gonna go into
I like that actually.
Damn, I saw you smart as fuck.
I
That's
like that.
exactly what I was gonna say. There's a lot, but we didn't touch on him a lot. Maybe because it was he did what he had to.
Mhm.
We're talking about a guy who barely played his first official MLS game,
Yeah.
and this is only his second game with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he held it down.
Third.
Oh, because he played that.
Right, third.
He played that
Behind
closed
door,
door
yep.
scrimmage that day.
All right, we'll
after the
find
game.
third. But still, though, 3 games in, yo, legit as fuck.
And boy,
He was legit as
man,
fuck.
boy has a whip and it's fucking crosses too. There's a cross
Yeah.
that if the defense doesn't get to it, that's like on Chito's head. Like Chito didn't have to move. Like it was on his head. Like that kid has a fucking whip and his fucking crosses, and I like it. Get him a little lower, get him in front of defense.
He hustles all game. He doesn't look like he ever slows down.
It's so
The whole game.
so smart too, because there's a play where like they give him a long ball down the wing, it was going out. Like it looked like it was going out. So he takes like 2 steps outside the line, just so he can meet the ball right before it gets to the line and puts it back in. I was like, oh, that's because if he runs straight
Is
for the
it-
ball, like he's never gonna, he wouldn't get it before he was out. But because he takes a step out to meet it, like right before it comes out, like out there, I was like, like that's split second thinking. You know what I mean? And I thought it was really impressive from mine. All right.
And hold on,
Go, sorry,
and to
sorry.
answer Robert, saying Sasha haters get over the Chivas USA,
Oh, no, not at all.
That's inaccurate. I think we've been saying that we've been expecting the most from him because he had such a good preseason.
Yeah.
I think that's
That's
the reason
why.
why we're
Yep.
giving him the fool of the week.
Yes, that's why.
Just because he had such a good preseason and we were really excited. We were here trying to bench the Jets when Jonah came in,
Yep.
so it's not about us hating him.
No.
It's just that he was very underwhelming in this game.
Because he showed us more in the preseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why
That's
like
why we all gave him the nod to start
Mhm.
this week.
That's funny.
yep. But I mean,
David Alaba thing, and I've heard that so much. Like right now, we are playing as if we would. I ain't even gonna get into it. Never mind. Just go.
all right,
Just
boys.
go.
So we did predictions last week on Monday, and we made predictions for the first 5 games of the season. And I hate to do this, but Angel, you're officially lost the predictions game for the first 5 games. You bet on 15 points, and We can't do that. We can no longer hit 50 points.
That was before I was throwing shit out in the world that were positive. And then when I said that, you were wrong on the first 5 games. So at that point I had already said it, so that shouldn't even count. But it
Uh,
is what it is. I let you have it. Did not let you have it.
I think I'm done too because I have 12 points and I don't think we get 12 points anymore after drawing. Right? Can we get 12 points?
5, 9.
Yeah.
No, 11 would be the best.
Okay. So, I'm about two. That leaves George and Massa running with 9 and 13 points. I'll keep you guys updated with that as the games come in. Dope.
Wait, how many points did you have?
I had 12 points.
Massa had 13, so he's down too.
No, Massa can still get because Massa's still in it.
How many points did Massa say?
If Massa gets 4 wins plus there's 1 point, that's 13. 4 times 3.
And you had how many points? Sorry,
I had 12.
I'm out.
I had 12.
I'm lost.
I have 12 points
See, that's why I'm not even doing math.
because I already have a point.
You're out.
I'm out. Yeah, that's it. Me and Angel are out.
I don't
Alright,
get it.
alright.
Massa has a higher number, but he's still in it.
Jesus
Because I can't hit
Oh,
I can't hit that number.
like
Yeah,
mathematic.
I can't hit
My
that
bad.
number.
Mathematic. Okay. Well, then I'm out then.
No, you're in with 9 points because we could get just 3 wins. We could lose. Oh, actually, whatever. Point is, we're all out. We're done now. That game's over.
We
I
suck.
fucked that up. I was just trying to make fun of Angel. Now made my head hurt. I'm trying to do numbers,
Huh?
and I'm
That's
tired.
honestly why I just-
And I'm tired.
You should have never done that. You see what happens? I push it out in the world. You see now the world's helping me, backing me up.
Is that what's happening? Never
That's
mind.
what's
I'm not
happening.
gonna
Yep.
say
Dumbass.
All right,
I
boys.
swear.
George, did we get any questions? We didn't get questions today, did we?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
We did. But
did.
can I say something we didn't address at all?
Yeah, go for it.
Yo, I want to shout out all the fucking Galaxy family members that were here back home. Well, in the ones in Vegas,
yes. Let's talk
down in
about
San
that.
Diego. Listen, I don't know if you guys saw it, but we posted on the ACB socials several of the viewing parties that we were able to put together. Man, shout out to y'all. From my understanding, I think there were only issues at 2-3 spots. It's one of those things that's gonna happen early on the season. Things are not gonna be rightfully communicated between different from management to whoever's working today. So apologize in advance to people that had their few issues, but for the amount of locations that we had set up, I mean, just about all of them had solid turnouts. From my understanding, most of them, everything went well, everything was smooth. If you guys haven't gone yet, head over to the socials. At least right now, I think there might still be up on Twitter, and just scope them out, man. And just again, if you can't make it to the game, away from home, wherever the team is gonna be, make it out to a viewing party because those shits were legit. Like I was beyond happy to. I can't even express how happy I felt to see the turnout a lot, especially a lot of these new ones. Like I heard that from everything I've heard so far, apparently Brooklyn Bar was one of the most successful ones.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and that was
That's
the one
up.
in Lawndale.
That's what's up.
So listen, shout out to y'all for showing up, for showing love to these spots, and same thing. Keep shooting us feedback.
Yes.
If anything ever happens, that's important to us because this is how I found out about the 2-3 issues that we had. Ultimately, they were able to play the games, but still, the fact that some miscommunication was there, obviously, you have to go and figure out what the fuck. But keep sending that feedback to us. That's very important.
And-
And shout out to all of y'all that were here home and made it to
A
viewing
homie
party.
of mine went to the Vegas one. He told me that shit was dope. Shout out to Galaxy Fan Talk. I think his name is Omar. Holding
I
it down in Vegas. Oscar Omar. Something with. Oh, sorry if I fucked up your name. But
Orlando.
he's gonna be at the
Home opener?
there on Saturday.
Home opener, yeah.
So make sure y'all say what's up to him.
And just to piggyback off of Angel, send us positive feedback too. If you had a really dope experience, send that in too, because we want to shout out all these locations that are really putting it in for the Galaxy fans that's showing up. So if you had a really good experience at any of the viewing parties, hit us up. Whether that's straight from the stands or ACB, hit us up because we definitely want to show love to the locations that are really taking care of us.
Yeah, and one thing I think of, if you guys are like on Yelp and Google and all that shit, leave them some positive feedback, yo. Like that's how a lot of those places strive on their money, right? So shit, leave them a positive feedback. Not asking you to write an entire essay, just like something simple. If you had a good time there, give them a shout out.
Yep.
That's something that y'all can. I'm sure when you're on the toilet, 5 minutes, boom, perfect.
All right.
Dope. Let's get into some fucking questions. And this is why I ain't shit, and I said it in the pregame. I haven't had a chance to set any of the stuff that I need to set up, so no intro. Hey George, do you have questions?
Yep. Jose wants to know which one of y'all doing a keg stand at the large tailgate Saturday. I can confirm it's going to be Angel. So there you go. It's his birthday.
Yep. It's his birthday, so we're getting him turned.
I never been
Alright.
good at chugging though, or keg stands, or well, fuck it.
We'll
fuck
figure it
then.
out.
Fine,
We'll
I'll do
figure
it.
it out.
There you go.
We'll figure it out. There you go.
I know.
Lucifer wants to know when the fuck will Chicha score. Also, are y'all ready for me on Saturday? Chicha's confirmed. He's scoring on Saturday, so there you go.
Yeah, he wanted to save it to do it in front of us at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Chirac Popper wants to know what the fuck was Bingham thinking.
I've been telling y'all now for how long? Shit, it sounds like a broken record now.
his distribution is good though, so no.
Which is crazy. He finally got something right that we've been harping for. And listen, but he's a
Nah,
good shot stopper.
Hey, man.
On the 38th minute, my man did a goal kick straight out of bounds, and he looked back and it looked
Hey.
like someone tripped him.
The-
I marked that shit down.
it was the grass. You didn't see it?
Listen, somebody pushed him.
What you gonna say, Masa?
Masa died.
Oh, Masa.
He died.
Masa come back.
All right, Daisy wants to know
It can't
to
be a
those
good-
who went to
can't be a
Houston.
good shot stopper.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Hey, there's something wrong going on with Masa's feet right now. What? Masa, repeat that?
Said he can't be a good shot stopper if he moves out the way.
Accurate. Accurate.
True.
All
All
right.
right, Daisy wants to know to those who went to Houston, what was your favorite part? G's up. We talked about Houston, which is all good. Albert Morales wants to know if Chicharito doesn't perform, do we cut our losses and get a new striker? No, I think this man's in it for the long run.
Man, we're one game in. Listen,
Yeah.
at this point right now,
Fine,
we're
all
out of
but no, fine.
playoffs.
Let's do like an
Here we go.
overreaction thing. There you go,
Listen,
a quick overreaction thing.
We're-
Like too early reactions, like too early overreactions.
we're shit. We're out of playoffs. Our striker sucks. Katai is garbage. Sasha should retire. Bingham is a goalie coach. I don't know.
You know, my overreaction. I was gonna tell Rudy about this before the show, but I was gonna save it for the pod. I watched a lot of MLS this, and everybody has an idea how the fuck they're gonna play, and they look good doing it, and we're the only ones that don't look good doing it. So there's that. That's
That's
my
because their
overreaction.
striker's not good enough to do it. Yo, how is it that everyone else's striker scored? Listen, Solarian, we should have gotten him, though. He's legit as fuck. but that's a different
Relax,
story.
man. Relax.
Pizarro didn't score.
I need to smoke some. I mean, I'm
All right.
anchored.
I said my
Uh,
overreaction.
No, that's fair, yeah.
Next question.
All right, Belos. Just want to say y'all looked heart eye emoji on the TV. That section looked popping. I could
Hell
concur.
yeah.
My
It
God.
was.
All right. Alex829 wants to know, is Chicha a better captain than Zlatan, and all four of y'all going to the home opener? I think Chicha's a better captain.
Same. I listen. If there's one thing that he did right the whole game was communication between the team. I've seen him, yapping at people. I've seen him picking people up when they needed to. So yeah, I like him as a captain. I'm not. Even,
Listen, I'm not denying what you guys are saying, but I don't think that there's ever one clear type of when people say, "Oh, well, he's not caliber material to be a captain." I'm like in general, right? Is there ever really one type of captain?
No.
I think there's different types of captains. There's a captain that will carry the team and actually put the team on his back and go out and win for the team. And then there's other type of captains like Chicharito, where he's the picker up or
I
the
think you need
positive
a
vibe,
vocal
right?
captain.
You think what?
I think you need a vocal captain.
Yeah, but in the correct type of vocal. Cause,
I mean-
'cause, like Zlatan was not the right type.
Yeah,
of
in the
vocal, you know what I mean?
correct vocal.
Because
Yeah.
but Zlatan was vocal as fuck. Unfortunately, he wasn't doing much for the team. You know what I mean? When he was vocal.
But he would carry the team.
Accurate.
So that's what I'm saying. Like there's
So, wait,
depends.
carry us to
I
what?
don't know.
Carry us to what? That was the argument last
They
year.
got the playoffs.
That who are we? Are we Colorado or something? Is that what we aim for? What the fuck?
Okay, well,
Hey,
what do we have
chill,
to think right now?
chill,
Right now,
All right,
Chicharito,
chill.
we're sitting in
Let's
we're in ninth
Ninth
place
place
right
out
now.
of playoffs.
No,
Out of playoffs.
Out of playoffs
to
right
that
now.
point, to that point, we're still saying Dini carried us when we had a shit team. We carried us to last place. So there we go.
Vaya mierda.
That's right, but we still got a trophy for that shit.
That wouldn't spill
All right. KJ Lopez wants to know, do you think that Felcher will continue to make a comeback this season? Think he feels the pressure?
I hope
Listen,
so.
if Felcher plays like the way that he played, I want him to start every single game. Every single game.
Yeah.
I'm
He
gonna
played
send
a
him
hell of a
to-
game.
I
to
agree.
Italy every week, dog.
Mhm.
Start a GoFundMe. Send him to Italy on Mondays. Come back on Wednesday.
Hey, Galaxy World's good with GoFundMe's. Henry wants to know, how can we look more offensive coming from the midfield? All of our attack was wings.
Fuck.
Shit.
That's exactly what we've been talking about.
Jonathan Dos Santos.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
we'll wait for that.
All right. LA Galaxy Outsider wants to know, Palos Cororos chant ever coming back?
No.
There you go. MLG Cheesy wants to know, how did I do in Houston? I think we touched on it.
Addressed it earlier. Respect. And he went the entire 90, huh? Just himself?
Mhm.
Shout out Cheesy for that shit, bro.
All right. Carlos 100 wants to know, do you expect the win on Saturday?
Fuck yeah.
We expect to win every game.
Yeah.
That's right.
Especially at home. The home opener.
Especially Saturday, though.
No.
All right. Nelson, Semira Corazon. Let's do another print. Chicha?
Yeah. Listen, I was talking to him right before we hopped on the show. We got something to work on the works for next week. George.
Not involved in that.
George. Did we hit up a winner?
I will be hitting up our winner this week. I will be at the home opener with your print. I promise. 100%.
All right.
All right. Ramiro wants to know, should we have used our third sub? I was thinking about this.
Who?
Who the fuck are we going to bring on?
We have depth,
Ooh,
though.
ooh.
Yeah.
We have
Legit.
depth, though.
We probably should just brought in who was our backup goalkeeper? Was it Vamsteeg?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, Vamsteeg for fucking for sorry ass big. Might as well.
On the 60th
All right,
minute.
and
of Qatar.
continue to the next question. Do you think we need a better goalkeeper? From Simon.
Oh, we gotta get Nahuel Guzman, dog.
Oh
what you
my
do.
god. I'll stick to it. I don't think we're getting any keeper until next season. If that.
Pee Wee wants to know,
Okay, we'll
all these
I'll-
supporter groups putting in work for the home opener. I can't wait to see what we do at the digs. And then following up with, it would be dope to see every seat in purple and gold with a Kobe and Gigi Nipsey Tifo on B block.
Listen. Nope. You know what? Nope. It would be dope. That's it.
There you go.
I'm not gonna say
There
anything
you go.
else.
There. That was nice. And then Eric Bermudez, on the topic of that, says, please tell me we aren't doing a Star Wars Mandalorian theme Tifo.
We done Star Wars before, like way before, but not.
in case, yeah,
Are considered
The irony, right?
The Galactic Empire.
Galactic Empire.
yeah. Have people not ever heard of the Galactic Empire?
Hey.
Dumbasses.
All right. CSAN
Right, bro.
Christian says, not a question, but I got a perfect picture of Angel this past weekend. Ooh.
Oh, here, I got it. Let me show
And
you.
have him tell you how we caught him in front of the mirror pumping himself up.
I heard this. I heard
That's
this.
a lie.
I heard
It's
about this.
funny. I'll let it live. I'll let it live because it's funny. I'll let it live, but that's fine. Here.
Oh my god! All right, take that off before we get fucking this video taken down. Jesus, bug Angel if you want to see this. If you're an audio listener, bug Angel for that picture, or bug CSAN 07. CSAN 07. He'll
Yeah.
send to you.
He said here, I was like, wow, you piece of shit.
All right, George, we got more shit coming up.
Okay. Yes. God damn. No, I didn't want to see that. All right.
Hey, well,
Janelle.
Pretty buff though. So
Janelle wants to know, will the front row for V Block be open on Saturday or no due to Tifo? Asking for Dylan.
Go check. Not sure yet.
I'm sure it's gonna be like previous years.
All right. Alex Gonzalez wants to know, how do you think we should change things next game? Do we change formation or perhaps shuffle players around?
Nope.
The only change is
Formation.
Jonathan coming in.
Oh, can I talk about this? Can I talk about this for a second? I got dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. So somebody I know delivered food to Jonathan's house, and he's a really cool guy. He chopped it up for a second, but he's feeling better. But the team's not gonna clear him until Miami, so we won't see him this week. This week coming up, which is fine. Listen, me and Masa talked about this right before the show. If he needs another week, give the man another fucking week. I want him healthy
Yeah,
throughout
no,
the season.
all right. Well, save that.
Yeah.
We'll cover this in the predictions and lineups and everything
Wednesday.
for the tailgate episode on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All right. Anthony Arazo wants to know, Katai, y'all touch base on the possibilities of him lacking fitness. You think that was it this game? I think Rudy touched on it. He was on a yellow and was going in hard. It was more of a smart change. Victor and 138 at LA Riot Squad. When are we going to raid V Block LA?
Come over. Come over. It's fun times.
Yep. Fight everyone. God damn.
Hell
Wants to
yeah.
know, how we feeling about weather on Saturday? Should I pick up a poncho when I get streamers?
Nah, man. Nah, man.
It'll be
Ah,
fine.
Let it rain, baby. It's like it's like the scene from the Notebook. You know what I mean? It's us in the galaxy. It's beautiful.
oh, it's like 2011 all over again.
You know what I'm saying? Jeremy just mentioned this. Like it's a good omen if it rains. I hope it rains.
Yeah,
Que
it
se,
rains.
que se
but
vengan
it
los
rained last
vergazos.
year.
Que se vengan los vergazos. Shut up, dog. Why you gotta
It
fucking?
rained last
Why you gotta
year.
ruin it, George?
There,
Why
go
you gotta ruin it?
Last year's home opener, it rained.
It did.
Remember the Tifo?
Yeah, it did rain.
Well, we won.
Not the cup.
But
That's what we're trying
2011
to
we
talk
did,
about.
and that's what we're talking about. Dog. Why you gotta ruin it, George?
Listen, I know
Hey, y'all
George-
living in the
I'm
past.
punished out in the world, so I'm living positivity out in the world. That's what I'm
Y'all
about.
living in the
2020
past.
positivity.
All right.
All right. Lou Baca wants to know, do you guys think we still need Alan Franco given the rise of Dupuy? Hell yeah.
Yes.
I'll take another center back.
Yes.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, you should have that, and that's fine. Let them keep pressing each other for that starting role. You need that.
Yeah.
You need to, like that. They
Shit,
can.
we need players everywhere.
Yep. I mean, listen. Here's. I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry. I'm gonna derail this just a second. For everybody talking about, we had depth. We're missing Steris and Jonah, right? For this game, that's the two players we're missing. After we brought in Joe Benny, who's not a player who's gonna create a lot for us, even though he had a chance, but he's more of a box to box with a defensive sense to him. We brought in Cuello, who's not, I mean, he might have a shot or two, but not special. And after that, we didn't even burn a third sub because we have nobody else.
Well, the only option, or I guess the only depth player anyone could talk about is Daniel Costa, but unfortunately he's out for the season, and he was going to be a defensive backup. So it's not like we have anyone offensively.
Yeah.
All right, sorry,
That was it.
that was it.
Listen, we're still at least a player or two shy.
Yep.
Legit. And that's
I agree.
it's concerning right now.
I agree. Angel SFTB ACB plugs. I know we do them on the tailgate, but it is home opener this week. So do you have anything you wanna?
I just put out the I guess so that everyone's aware. So we're gonna have a big ass massive tailgate going down on Saturday. Then everybody's gonna work on the assets, so we'll have full details out there already. I believe you guys may have seen some already from the Galaxians. I know they put some out there. I know we're gonna have tacos. We're gonna have mezcal. We're gonna have a live banda. We'll have a DJ. I believe we might be doing some. Rudy, remind me. Are we gonna do a raffle for anything?
I don't know. If we're doing raffle. I know we're doing charity. I don't know. If we're doing raffle.
Okay, a charity. Oh, that's right. Oh, we are doing a charity. And the charity, actually, I can probably pop that up right now. Give me a quick second.
Angel will tell you who we're donating to, but we will be collecting canned foods and toiletries. So, if you have them, or if you had a chance to stop by your grocery stores and pick up some, dollar or $2 for $1, $3 for $1 canned foods, that helps. That helps. It's for a good cause. Ain't just pulling up who we're donating.
I believe to LA Mission.
Yep.
Yep. Actually, and you know what? So you guys are aware. We have a full slate of the charity that we're gonna do this year. Just so you guys are aware. More of obviously details are gonna come as we
Closer.
keep doing these. But LA Mission is gonna be the first one. Best Friends Animal Shelter, AfriKicks, Border Angels, East Los Angeles Women's Shelter, Pug Nation LA, AFJA, Carson Loudon Profit, Goatlandia Farm Animal Sanctuary, and the Amanda Foundation. I'm
Goatlandia?
not. Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, Goatlandia Farm Animal Sanctuary.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, but
For
listen,
the LAFC game.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, just so you guys are aware, technically by default, just given that I am ACB vice president, I'm I guess technically responsible for all this. But shout out when you guys see Steve, give him a quick shout out because he's helping me support and put a lot of these charity things going together. So if you guys see him around, that's Steve from AFJA. Say thanks for supporting ACB and for helping us set up a lot of these charity events that we're gonna have throughout the entire year. And shout out to him too. He already has a list of which ones we're gonna work with. He's already has everything in motion. So the next step is having our Badass Galaxy family come through and support.
Yep.
Let's top what we've done previous years and bring shit. So we're gonna have, again, like Rudy said, canned food items, and you guys will see it. We'll post assets everywhere. And you guys are ACB members. Expect I guess a newsletter later this week with details.
And just last thing, Carlitos Sick Alexis are doing raffles, so there will be a raffle at the tailgate. So make sure you're doing that as well. And again, we'll have more ECB plugs come Thursday for you guys when we drop the tailgate. And like Angel mentioned, we will have a lot of stuff coming out on social media the next few days. A lot of stuff. This motherfucker has me
Oh,
working.
and one more thing, because I did mention Steve. You guys do see him around, congratulate him. He actually just got engaged.
Oh fuck yeah!
I don't know
Congrats,
if you guys
Steve.
thought, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I know you guys saw it on
Congrats,
on his socials today. Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
busy, but congrats, Steve. Shout out to you,
Yep.
man. All right, boys. Anything else before we leave? Anybody want to have an
Still can't believe it's not butter.
Awesome. And with that being said, is another episode of Straight from the Stance. I'm boy Rudy at I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on the gram.
This is George, J Undefeated 7. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
This is Angel. Follow me at LabourDayF96 on Twitter, 80F69 on Instagram. Give me some love, people.
Love y'all. Bless, man. Have a good night. Peace.